Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 20, Genesis 20. Today we're reading Abraham and Abimelech. And Abraham journeyed from there to the south and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur and stayed in Ger. Now, Abraham said to Sarai his wife, "She is my sister, and Abimelech is king of Jagar." Sent and took Sarai. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, "Indeed, you are a dead man because of the woman that whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife." But Abimelech had not come near her, and he said, "Lord, will you slay a righteous nation also? Did he not just say to me, 'She is my sister'?" And even she herself, said, "He is my brother." In this integrity of my heart and innocence of my hands I have done this. And God said to him in a dream, "Yes, I know that you did this in the integrity of your heart, for I also withheld you from sinning against me. Therefore I did not let you touch her. Now, therefore, restore the man's wife, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you shall live. But if you do not restore her, know that you shall surely die, you and all who you are yours." So Abimelech rose early in the morning, called all his servants, and told all these things in their hearing. And the men were very much afraid. And Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, "What have you done to us? How have I offended you, that you have brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? You have done deeds to me that ought not to be done." Then Abimelech said to Abraham, "What did you have on in view, that you have done this thing?" And Abraham said, "Because I thought, surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will kill me on account of my wife. But indeed she is truly my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife." And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said to her, "This is your kindness that you should do for me in every place. Wherever we go, say of me, 'He is my brother.'" Then Abimelech took sheep, oxen, and male and female servants, and gave them to Abraham, and he restored Sarah his wife to him. And Abimelech said, "See, my land is before you. Dwell where it pleases you." Then to Sarah he said, "Behold, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Indeed, this vindicates you before all who are with you, and before everybody." Thus she was rebuked. So Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech his wife and his female servants. Then they bore children, for the Lord had closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this chapter. Here's a quick summary of the chapter. Genesis 20 is a repeat of a familiar pattern from Abraham's past, this time in Gergar. Abraham travels through the region and again tells people that Sarah is his sister rather than his wife, echoing what he did in Egypt back in Genesis 12. And King Abimelech takes Sarah into his household, but before anything happens, God appears to Abimelech in a dream, warning him that he is a dead man for taking another man's wife. And importantly, God reveals that he himself kept Abimelech from touching her. Abimelech, who acted in genuine ignorance, protests his innocence, and God acknowledges his integrity, telling him to restore Sarah to Abraham, who is described as a prophet who will pray for him. Abimelech confronts Abraham the next morning, understandably upset, and Abraham explains his fear-driven reasoning, plus reveals that Sarah actually is his half-sister. They share a father, different mothers. So, it wasn't a total fabrication, just a misleading half-truth. Abimelech restores Sarah, gives Abraham livestock, servants, and silver, and Abraham prays for him, healing Abimelech's household, which God has closed up from bearing children because of Sarah. The lesson you can learn from underneath this chapter is a sobering repeat. Even after everything Abraham has experienced and been promised, fear can pull him back into the same old pattern of deception. It also highlights God's prospective faithfulness operating even outside of Abraham's own integrity, safeguarding the covenant, and Sarah's role in the despite of human failure. And notably, it shows God caring about the moral standing of people outside the covenant line too. Abimelech, a gentle king acting in good faith, is treated with genuine fairness and grace, not punished for a mistake he didn't know he was making. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.